to the Miss Pele Pulchit's beauty pageant.
Guess that's why luck never struck me.
Oh, there we go.
Amazing.
There we go. We've got them in here. Maren Reddy, Mayuri Naidu, as well as Siasanga Papu. Hello, everybody. Hello. Maren, did you write this?
I wrote it with Craig Gardner, yes.
Okay, and how long have you been sitting on it? Because the thing about Maren is he's such a creative genius. He could have written this when he was 12, right? And then sat on it, and now all of a sudden we are about to laugh ourselves silly.
You called it actually. We started writing the movie in 2017.
Yeah, well, no, because if we had to run through Maren's credit list, right?
Run through it.
I mean, as producer, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying? A safari romance, whatever it takes, Black Tax, obviously Lucky Fish is out now. Alkaskiva Port was a very successful movie franchise, and it's all comedy. And that's what I love about Maren. So much of it's so much fun.
And I believe comedy is actually more difficult to write and to act more than any other genre. Everyone thinks that, like it's the dramatic roles that are difficult, but comedy is pretty difficult, Maren.
Okay, now I don't want to tick the drama people off, but it is my experience having done both that yes, comedy for me is far more difficult.
Okay, then Siasanga, how do you create the chemistry on set? Because comedy actually is even more chemistry needed than a romantic movie or a drama. How do you guys on set create like this chemistry?
To be honest, we had a whole week of rehearsal, a week of us meeting, a week of us reading the script and dancing together. So I think the relationships that we created were easy to play on stage or to play on camera in this case.
But then there's something that you said. I love this. In a past interview, you described Lucky Fish as flipping expectations and swimming straight into hearts. Aren't you the little poet? At which point, okay, and I want all of you guys to answer this. At which point when you're shooting this movie, do you realize, ooh, we have something special here?
When did this happen? I think, I don't want to give things away.
Okay, wait. Maybe I'm asking in a too deep way. At which point, Myri, did you realize, oh, I'm going to be really famous? Everybody's going to know me.
Everyone's going to love
because
this
this movie's good. Huh?
Well, I've always thought I was famous in my head. But no,
Which is a start.
Which is a great start, right?
Yeah.
But I think that Maren actually approached me with this quite a while ago and told me I'm writing this movie, and I read the first draft.
And thought it was horrific.
I did not think it was horrific.
I got notes, bro. I got notes. At like 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night.
Well, Maren, I've seen your work and this is not the best one.
Something along
She was
those
like, it's the
lines.
first draft. It's the first draft.
Yeah,
Let's keep
it's
going.
fine, it's fine. But I just knew it was something special because he is really a genius at this kind of thing. And when I met the cast at the table read, I was like, whoa.
Okay.
This is cool.
This is something. Everybody just like, the connection just happened.
Because what I think is brilliant here is the premise, right? And any good comedy needs a great premise, right? So the premise of this film is there's this guy who's got a Pulchit's factory, right? That's
Yeah, he's got a tin fish company.
tin fish company,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In Phoenix and Durban.
Yes, like
Exactly.
in the middle of a tiny...
You said enough. I'm laughing already.
Like exactly right. So we start off. There's a guy with a tin fish company. You're like, this is going to be funny. Who tries to save his company?
It's going under.
It's going under, and then he decides to have a beauty pageant.
Yeah,
And
he's going to sponsor
a beauty pageant. That's the most brilliant premise ever. It's so hilarious.
Under the impression that at the end of it, it's like, who in their right mind would want to be crowned Miss Pele Pulchit's?
Yes.
Me. When I was watching the trailer, I looked at those contestants. I was like, they're missing me. Me and my knock knees would totally win that competition.
Yes, you would totally, yeah.
And the thing about comedies is that we always look at it with like a Western gaze, right? And that's where we're like, okay, if we use those formulas, it's gonna work. But Bollywood has got the biggest numbers when it comes to movies in the world, right? And then I never understand. I'm like, but guys, Indians are ours. You guys belong to us. We should be getting those numbers. Why can't we be doing those movies? And then you throw in big Durban auntie energy, which, by the way, are the funniest people in South Africa. If you want to laugh your head off, you hang out with an Indian auntie from Durban.
Shout out to all the Indian
Indian
aunties in
Shout
Durban.
out to all the Indian aunties in Durban. So now, how do you take something like this and make sure that it keeps its authenticity? Because there's so much that could dilute it in order to please, or to please the financing guys, to please the streamers, right?
So I don't take too long, but if you go all the way back to City Sessler, for
Yes.
example, it takes an international premise and then immediately it becomes us, right? So, like embedding myself in the community, like, you know, like I've spent so much time with black people, like what Mandla, I was taking me to places, you know what I'm saying? And then you embed yourself in it and you go, okay, cool. Here's an international format, but all the meat of it is us.
Yeah.
So the same thing happens here. Is like, look, it's a feature-length film. It has all the international rules. It has all of that stuff, but it's about us and it's our voice. So just from the beginning, just because I am writing it, it's South African, right? It's not trying to
your
be
voice.
anything else.
Yeah.
And then from there, you start building and building and building into, you know, the thing that it is right now, with all the elements that are identifiable to us.
Yeah.
And I mean,
No.
Siyasanga, when you looking at your role, you know, do you look at the script and say, no, she would never say that. She would do it like this. And was there that freedom on set, Maren?
I hope.
There was a lot of creative license, actually.
I love
and I think
that.
this is great when you're working with someone who produces and also is writing and also is acting. You are able to go and ask questions and say, look, what if I did it like this? Or what do you think of this? And my interpretation actually has a voice. It means something on that production. So, yeah, that was great, Marianne. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, guys. Goodness, you said that.
Your check's in the mail. Do you know what I like? And so I'm listening to Siyasanga speak and she's like, you know, you're listening to somebody who produces and who's writing and is acting, and, you know, other people will be like, wow, he's so talented. And he's like, no, I just didn't have money to hire anyone else.
I had to do
you
4
know
jobs.
what? I was forced to act. I did not write this for myself, guys. I had to do a complete redraft after I was pushed into acting.
Because you couldn't afford the...
Yeah. And I was like, now I'm going to rewrite it for free.
Maren, we're out of budget. We need a lead.
We can't afford the
number
dude
one.
that you want, man. It's you.
On the way, we'll find out where can we watch Lucky
Yes.
Fish? When is it dropping? And then, of course, it wouldn't be an Anele and the Club interview if we didn't make them play a game.
Yeah, we've got a little game for them, and I think it suits what we've just
Totally.
heard. Totally going to work for these
I was
three.
worried. As they walked in, I was like, will they be able to play this
No,
game?
they will.
After this 5 minutes? Guys, you're going to wax it. You're going to wax it. There is nothing better than watching a movie that makes you laugh, right?
Yes.
There is nothing better than watching a movie where you can see yourself in the film and then you're laughing because you know that is you and you can relate to that. Now, when you're writing a movie like that, and this is this brand new movie that's out, it's called Lucky Fish.
Lucky Fish.
We'll let you know where you can watch it, when and why, right? When Maren, you wrote the movie, one of the writers, you acted in it and then you directed it. When you're watching, did you not direct it?
No, I produced it. Yeah.
Who directed it?
Joshua Rouse.
Oh, yeah, I know him exactly where that is.
He's very
I
cool.
know, I'm
He's
pretty
very
sure.
good. No,
I'm
he's
pretty
very
sure.
good.
I've seen the trailer. This
Pretty
week is
famous.
good.
Okay, the guy who directed most of City Sessler.
Okay. Him.
Directed it, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So now, when I was watching the trailer, it took me back to like growing up, Suburban Bliss. Do you remember like those like old like comedies that started when there was cultural and racial tension in the country, right?
How amazing that you picked that up, because the other writer, Craig Gardner, created Suburban Bliss.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Yeah, you
There
see.
we go. But now, because you're navigating cultural tensions, because you would think that we'd be fine now in 2025, because it's okay, data happened, the Rainbow Nation happened in 1994. But 2025, you actually even have to be more careful of the corns you're stepping on when you're making those racial, those racial jokes and those cultural ones.
stereotype
Yeah,
jokes,
the stereotypes
No, but
ones.
it's-
You can get cancelled.
No, but it's funnier now because it's not as blatant, right? So now it starts becoming nuanced and you can play on that nuance
Okay.
because it's not like so in your face now,
Yeah,
right? It's like
yeah,
all
yeah.
these little things you can see. So
You suggested, and if the audience takes it the whole way, you're like, well, that's on you. You brought your own jokes.
an international audience won't pick it up, but the South African audience will, because they're like, oh, that's actually what's happening, right? So that's how you layer
Yeah,
it.
there's
Yeah.
the reference.
Okay,
There's the
that's
one.
us. That's us. Okay, I'm good here. It's time to play the game.
Well, can we quickly ask, just tell us where in theatres this is going to be?
So this is at Ster-Kinekor New Metro. It's like countrywide
I love cinema.
from the 25th of July.
Okay, wonderful.
So it's an excuse to, I think from a South African point of view, I know it looks like it's an Indian film and it's about brown people, but it's actually a South African film.
Yeah.
And it's an excuse for all South Africans to get together and experience a movie and laugh together in an environment again, it's not like a Marvel film and stuff. Like, okay, cool, we're getting bored of that stuff now. Now it's like it's really about us, and you have an opportunity to go together and laugh together at the same thing.
Do you know what I mean? And there's so much you can deduce from a trailer. One, you can't say, oh no, it's an Indian film, Indians must go watch it.
No.
Guys, there's a guy there, his business is going down. 90% of you can relate.
Absolutely.
do you know what I'm saying? There's a beauty pageant, 100% of you can relate because it's just a competitive nature. And then there's jokes. That's 102% of you can relate. I really feel like this is a movie for all South Africans.
And you and I were talking about this the other day, as how there's so much drama. Like all the big shows we watch now, all the international shows, it's always so dark and drama and
You
killing.
know how
and-
we said this? Because they cancelled The Residency on Netflix.
Oh, did they
They
cancel?
cancelled
Yeah.
it. And I was just like, it was so nice to not have something where there's blood and now we're stabbing each other and it's dramatic and it's a serial killer. And
just
that's what I
laugh.
love about Lucky Fish is that I want a movie that I can watch with my kids, guys. You know, and then watch it with my girls, and then watch it with my husband afterwards. And I just feel like this movie, Lucky Fish, it is the movie for everyone.
So remember when Blake Lively made that faux pas and said, take your florals and go and watch the show and the movie, and it was actually about like gender-based violence?
Yeah.
This one is not. Take your florals and go. It'll be fine, ladies.
I thought he was going to say, take your turmeric, ma, and your paprika, okay, and your coriander seeds, and go watch Lucky
You can
Fish.
go take all of those things.
Okay, Lucky Fish cast in studio. The movie's coming out on the 25th of July. We will remind you, because I know y'all are, the part about Lucky Fish, you're the fish. Your
Yes.
memories are like fish. On the day, on the 25th of July, we'll definitely remind you. Please, please, please go and watch it. But now that the cast is here, we're going to play a game with them now.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is it's a little version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? You guys are actors. This should be easy, right? So Whose Line Is It Anyway? We're going to spin the wheel. The wheel is going to land on a situation because like we said, the situation is everything. So it's going to land on a situation and then it's going to start off with a line. And then you guys go.
Oh my goodness, you're
All
making
right,
us.
then.
You're gonna make us work now.
Yeah, then you act it out.
Okay, but now wait quickly. How are we going to do it? Can anyone go? Or are we going to say, Mayuri or Siasanga or Marin?
Let's do one. I think we got three scenarios. We've got three scenarios.
So
right?
one per person.
One per person.
Okay, Marin
Start,
must lead
start
from the
off.
front because
Yeah.
he's the
Oh
leader.
no! Why?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
what you see, you guys are saying yes because then you can learn from my mistakes.
Exactly.
Okay, let's lead with the person who got paid the most. Mayuri. I'm joking. All right, spin it.
In a bank.
In a bank.
In a bank.
Sir, we only serve customers who like pizza.
Thank you. I like pizza very much. What toppings do you have?
I'd like some money, please. It's a bank.
Let's go back to the pizza. What toppings do you have?
Feta. Feta and olives. That's the only pizza. We'll only serve customers who like feta and olive on pizza.
I'd like to see the bank manager.
Okay, back to the feta. It makes me a little bit windy, but I'm gonna go ahead and say extra feta, please.
Can we sprinkle some coins on that? It's a bank.
Okay, she was.
Yeah, no, that's very
She
good.
was. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, no, she was. Okay, next scene.
At the cinema.
At the cinema. Oh no, my water just broke. Doctor?
I'm a doctor.
Frankie?
I was going to say, has anyone delivered a baby before? Is there anyone who has a baby here?
Do
Yeah.
you know who the father is?
When you say doctor, I don't think a PhD counts.
Please pause the movie because there's a baby coming.
But this is a really good part.
I wasn't planning on playing in this game.
I know.
Yeah.
Frankie's like, excuse me. I'm a presenter, not an actor.
Not an actor.
Okay, last scene. Mayuri, it's yours.
In a butchery.
In a butchery.
So, what's your return policy?
On goat or sheep?
That's it. How do we top that?
Mike.
That's so good. On go to sheep. Okay.
So now, what we want to ask, did that happen on set, Marion, where there's a line and then in the moment, the actor did, they're all nodding. You didn't know that they were going to take it there and they took it there and you have to run with it.
That was him.
Oh.
99% of the time. That was him doing that. We just had to not laugh and not corpse and try and play off of it. But it was so great because he's the writer. We knew where he was going, and we sat so well in our characters that we were able to do that. But that was mostly him.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And in that moment, as an actor, then it makes sense to actually know your script so well that you know when you give yourself comfort to kind of deviate from the script, right?
But because of the creative license, like I said before,
Yeah.
we were able to just follow. Like if he's leading, the way we just played this game, we would follow. If he's off ramping to Soweto, we are right there.
We are
going
there
to
in Soweto looking for a kota.
From Phoenix.
From Phoenix. From Bani Chow to kota.
Exactly.
Love it for you. All right, Maren, what, and this is how we're going to wrap this up. What do you think this movie did for you that you know that the audiences, you know, it's nice to watch something and you get permission to do something.
Yeah.
You watch a movie and then afterwards you're like, actually, why am I hard on myself around this? Why do I judge myself around this? Or like there's something, there's a reconciliation in the movie where someone's like, you know what, let me pick up the phone and speak to my dad who I've not spoken to in 10 years. What do you feel like this movie is going to give South Africans the permission to do?
I think in the middle of all of it, it gives you the permission to accept who you actually are. Accept who you are. You know, pageantry is all about dressing up and changing and shaping and doing all of this perception
Morphing
stuff
yourself to something that's
into
acceptable.
Yes, and then the realization that no, you were great from the beginning. Like none of that counts. None of that matters.
There we go. Siasanga, answer the question.
It's allowing myself to just be me in my skin and not feel like I need to morph myself into something that society deems appreciative or appreciable, whatever the word is. But yeah, that.
It also allows you to use big words.
Yes, and fluff it on radio.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
Was that
okay.
even a word?
Mary?
You know, I think for me, this is so important for females to just be able to like see how we can empower each other and we can do collaboration over competition. And when we come together like that, really amazing things can happen, like self-acceptance and love, and to just be your authentic self.
Hey, and I mean, this is a very deep message, but Lucky Fish is a comedy, huh?
Yes, okay. So all of those things are true, but it's a comedy, guys. It's funny. That's the whole point of it. And I think the important thing, which is why I did it this way, it's very easy to take all of the stuff that we said, your authentic self, blah, 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 blah.
Namaste, auntie.
You put it in a drama, which is usually what happens, and then all of a sudden it starts becoming this thing with a lot of gravity. You wrap it in a comedy, and people will get the message immediately.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's easier for them to accept it.
Yeah. And what I find is with the rest of the world, they're allowed to churn, you know, movies of this genre out every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, Steve Carell is there. Every 2 weeks, our guy Jason Bateman is there. Every 2 weeks, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, you know, have got something out. And then us South Africans, and I feel like we are the funniest people in the world, bro. We really are. You know, to us, it's like a few and far between. So this is like a solar eclipse that's happening now, this Lucky Fish. But I really feel like I want it to happen every 6 months. We should be sitting with the cast in the show and discussing the next comedy movie that is coming out that has, you know, got the backdrop of South Africa.
But that's what I want to say is go to the cinema. Go and watch it. The more you support our own local things, and that's the thing. This is high standard, right? This is a high standard. It's a high quality.
It's Ozark with a few laughs.
It matches up internationally. It's Ozark with a few laughs. But go and watch and support it so we can get more films, so we can see ourselves more acting and doing films on screen.
Also, Anele, yes, every 6 months, but I can only write so quickly, eh? But
What's
yes,
wrong
every
with you?
okay, I'm on it now.
You're not using the AI. Apparently the AI is 10 of you.
Guys, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Anele and the Club
On 947.